Hi, everybody, and welcome to another Sunday night with the Akashic Sisters here.
Hello,
Hi, Jenny.
Hello. Hi, guys.
Seems like my lighting it was good. Oh, who cares, right? So I hope everyone had a nice week. And a couple things before we get started, we might put this out there again. We're thinking, since summer's coming, and I'm mentioning this now so I don't forget, of changing our day, because everyone's going to be busy on Sundays, and I know we're busy. And what's another good time during the week that everybody would like to see us on? If you can put your suggestions in the chat, or even, think about it and drop it in the comments after, let us know. But we just think the summers, even us, we're out doing stuff, and then we don't want to come back. No offense. We don't want to have to come back or watch our time and everything, because, Sundays are kind of funny. The winter's not so bad, but the summers. Yeah. So that's the one thing. Is there anything else you have to say before we forget?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, so I just want to say hi. Hi, a light worker. Thank you for coming. Jen Bowles, nice to see you here. Gatekeeper. Cheri, hi. Jenny and Cheri.
Yeah. Cheri.
Jenny and Cheri are here. Hi, Amanda, Teresa, and Lori. Thanks for coming in. Anyone else that I missed there? And if you have any questions for the Akashic Record Masters, just put them in all capitals if you could. Please, I'd appreciate it. If I do miss them, just let me know. Make a note of it. Sometimes it's really weird. Questions disappear, and I really don't know why they do disappear, but they'll disappear, or sometimes we just don't see them. And sometimes I honestly think it's just not time for you to know. There's times I've asked questions 3 times and it disappeared 3 times in a chat. That's the universe saying it's not time to know.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
So
frustrating.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So I'm Aries, I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't like that at all. No. So, and we are going to do another show. We thought we had fun doing Cheri and Jennie Read the World. So we're going to do that again, only not this week. We'll probably do that, next week. We're thinking maybe twice a month thing, see how that goes. But we had fun in that. Hi, Viviani. Hi, NYX.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks. And what else was I going to say? I can't think of anything else. I had a couple of things I wanted to say, and they totally went out of my head.
Well,
it'll come back to me sooner or later. And if not, it will. If I never remember, then it doesn't matter, because I don't remember. So, and if anybody has any suggestions for anything you'd like us to do, anything fun, let us know. We're open to taking suggestions. Aren't we, Jenny?
Yes, we are.
We'll try almost anything at least once.
I'm already thinking, maybe when you come here, we could take like a ghost tour. And, and like video the ghost tour. I don't know if they'd let us, but maybe we could, or do it with our phones or something.
Yeah, maybe we can get a GoPro or something.
Yeah,
something that does at night. Yeah, I'm gonna visit. Yeah, I'm gonna visit Jenny sometime. We're planning June-ish. And we're gonna go to a couple different cities, and I bet a Savannah ghost tour would be quite interesting. Or Charleston.
I was thinking Charleston because I can pretty much tell you about all the ghosts in Savannah. That might a ghost tour in Savannah.
Well, the people in the audience, I wonder what city they'd like to see us do.
That's true.
You could do both.
You guys choose Charleston or Savannah.
Yeah, where do you want us to do a ghost tour on?
Or both.
Or both. I like both.
So we're definitely going to take the Underground Railroad tour in Savannah.
Yes.
And there's a lot out Savannah that, people don't know. Like all of Savannah has underground, what's it called?
Tunnels.
They have tunnels everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so they mostly, you can see them where they come up in the sidewalk in front of like stores and stuff, but they've closed most all of them. There's a couple left. but they've
Yeah,
closed
we'll have
most
to.
of them. That would be great if they would open them all up again.
I bet you they will as time goes on, or at least as much as they
I
can,
hope
or maybe
so.
they'll at least give more of a educate. Even if they can't open them up, maybe they'll at least tell you where they were.
Yeah, but they do tell you where some of them were when you go on a tour.
Well,
So
see,
I went on
that's
the tour in Savannah, and it was just a private tour, me and one other person.
Mhm.
And it was more history, architecture with some ghosts thrown in because you can't get away from the ghosts.
No.
And they're everywhere. So they are everywhere. Savannah's the most haunted city in the United States, proven by somebody. And when I go there, I love to cross over the ghosts. I'll just walk around by myself in the dark and say to the ghost, well, you're stuck. And if you want to leave, just look to the light. And it's so much fun. I love it.
I have not tried that personally.
Yeah.
My
So I
daughter
don't
has
see
crossed
them.
over ghosts, but I haven't.
I don't see them like Susan Lynn does, but I can feel them. And so
Mm.
this is how I describe what it feels like. So if somebody like gets into your space, like somebody's walking beside you and they get too close to you, and how do you feel? Like you feel them in your space. That's what it's like. That's how I know there's a ghost around me, because I can feel it in my
Yeah.
space.
I woke up the other night to someone standing in my room.
Oh, wow. So do you know who that was?
I think.
E.T.?
I think it might have been
Ancestor?
angelic. I think it was angelic,
Oh, wow.
an angel.
Oh, nice.
Because I think it's the same person that was in my room a year ago, last summer.
Wow. You need to tell that story.
Well, I had a dream a year ago, and it was like really, I was looking. You have like the whole story would take forever, but anyways, I had this dream, and then behind me, I looked up and I was crying in the dream, and there was this huge person there, and it was a guardian angel type person, and I knew that it was going to be okay. They were there kind of like to tell me the same thing. And then the other night when I woke up, I opened my eyes and they're standing in my doorway.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was 2 nights after that other dream I had of all the dead people.
Wow. Sure, you got something coming up, girl.
I do. And not to mention, I saw 555 at 55 something. So I'm like, okay, something big's coming up here. I don't know what.
Yeah, but the angels are protecting you.
But I know that it's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what, I know. Yeah, but it's strange. And
so I love this angel talk. When my husband was passing over, there was angels everywhere in that apartment. They were like lined up in the ceilings, all like sitting there, kind of floating and sitting. And it was full of angels, like full of angels. And then Cheri Suzuki from Kikaru Spiritual Journeys, she said she saw an angel above my condo, I guess above the building, and it was huge. And instead of having feathers, it was swords. The swords were like down, and then the colors were peacock colors.
Oh, wow.
I would love to know who that angel was, but I don't care who it was.
Michael?
I'm just,
Metatron? Michael? I don't know. How does Metatron show
who
themselves?
comes into peacocks? In peacock colors.
I don't know. I thought Metatron was colorful, but I don't know because I'm not super. My mom was the angelic branch of my family, so I always deferred angelic issues to my mother. My mom's not here anymore, so I have to start taking up that angelic thing instead of deferring to my mother all the time. So she always answers.
I know. I did a course in archangels, and but I don't remember. And each one has a color, but I don't remember anybody.
Yeah, I don't remember them either. And she has an angel book too. I have to go through her things. I just haven't done it yet. So
yeah, we should do a reading on that sometime. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we should. Oh yeah, that'd be a good thing for a show. We'll put angels up there for a show, and different things, and orbs and all that. I saw orbs the other day too.
Oh yeah,
all the angels. Yeah.
Where were the orbs?
In my living room.
How big were they?
There were a couple of them. They were like this big, maybe.
What color?
Bluish.
Okay.
From what I remember. So. Yeah, it was strange.
You got a lot of activity going on.
I do, I think.
Yeah.
So anyways, so I guess we should start reading. I don't, do we have any questions yet? Let's see, I have a ghost question for the, let's see, I have a ghost question for the Akashic. Well, we'll answer this question. I definitely have a ghost question for the Akashic. Can a person have been a ghost, moved on to the light, and reincarnate? Sure.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what I was just talking about. So ghosts are spirits that either don't know they're dead or they're afraid to go to the light.
Or they're just visiting and we assume they're a ghost, but they're not. They're just a spirit.
Yeah, but that's not a
visiting.
ghost. That's a spirit visiting.
Right, but they kind of get lumped in there with ghosts, even if they're just visiting or residual haunting. And
okay, so let's say, well, I'm not going to. So, there's stories on YouTube of people seeing ghosts and then sending them to the light. And so once they're in the light, they're on the other side. So yeah, they can reincarnate. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And, I would probably say most of them would want to. I don't know. That's just my own opinion, but.
Mm-hmm. And some of them are here. And I don't know if Sam, if you're in the chat, if you want to answer this, but I think some of them too, and she's had experience. That's my daughter. She's had an experience with this where sometimes they don't want to cross until they're heard. They have a message to give and they want to be heard. They want either someone to know they're sorry or someone to know I wasn't really like that, or we weren't all bad, or, and this one I'm thinking of, and I could have it completely wrong, but something to that effect of a Nazi soldier before they went over saying, I wasn't, like I wasn't all bad. I wasn't like, almost like don't hate me, we're not all bad or whatever. Like, and stuff like that. So sometimes they need just to have someone listen to them before they cross. Or she saw a little girl that didn't know she was dead, and she said she was probably 100 years, had been here 100 years from her clothing. So she had to explain to her that, your mom, you're looking for your mom and she's on the other side, and said, go, it talked her through the light. So into the light to cross over. And then she never saw her again. Yeah. Stuff like that. So I think there's various reasons to why sometimes they're here.
Yeah. I don't know. I love ghost stories. I love this. I just love it.
We could do a ghost show.
I think we'll have to do a ghost show when we're in some.
Okay. So let me see if are we just having ghost questions, or do we have any Akashic questions? I did forget to read the Akashic Record prayer before. I read it before, but I didn't read it during the show the one day.
You want me to read it now?
Why don't you read it now, and then we can get going.
Okay, here's the prayer of protection. We are surrounded by pure white light of divine source. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us, and we call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, and Akashic Records masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, the highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our greatest good and the greatest good of humanity. Thank you. And so it is. So I'll just do the key, just in case there's an Akashic question. We open ourselves to the light, and with this light, we open ourselves to our truth. And with this light, we open ourselves to our soul's purpose. And with this light, we open ourselves to be guided towards our highest good and the highest good of all in divine love. And so everyone in the chat is giving the best, and everyone watching later, and Cheri and myself are given the truth to best serve us on our healing journey into the love and acceptance that is most beneficial for us in this moment. So then I'm going to say it twice silently. And with this light and guidance, we unlock the energy field of everybody in the chat, everyone watching later, to receive the record of our souls. The records are now open.
Okay. And Sam did reply that, yes, sometimes they just want to be heard and understood.
Wow.
and then they'll cross.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, they've literally woken her up, and she said that they're like right in her face, and she's like, "Can I help you?" Because people don't understand. She has always seen them, so to her, that is completely normal. It has never freaked her out, even as a kid. So that's completely normal for her. So she's calm, and she said, yeah, that's what she's learned over the years. Sometimes they want to be heard.
Sam, you want to come on the show sometime and talk about it?
I probably can't repeat what she's thinking right now.
Wow. Sam, you have a lot to, teach people, girl.
Yeah, she does. She'll come on one day, right, Sam? Yeah, she's laughing. She's like, sure, Mom.
Yeah.
Anything you want. What else do you want to hear, Mom?
Oh.
But no, she really does. She has a lot of interesting stories. She can really help people who, especially if they have kids seeing ghosts and they're not sure how to deal with their children who see ghosts. Yeah. She has pointers for that too, because she was a kid that, grew up seeing ghosts. She saw fairies. She saw all that. And she thought it was perfectly normal, like my mom did. And I was lucky enough to have my mom. And my mom taught me everything was okay. And she said it was always normal. So when I had Sam and growing up the way I did, I knew it was normal. And to me, that's normal. And to find out most people are not like that was really odd for me when I hear all these stories about people not accepting it. And so to me that, it was really foreign. And I have to remember that most people are not like that. So,
wow.
Hi, Linda. So, but yeah, that's just, support them is the best thing I think she would say. Validate
believe them
and validate them.
Yep.
So, yeah, if your kid tells you that there's a portal on the other side and blah, 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 blah is coming through and there's things they can't possibly know at 5, believe them. Wow. Okay.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, talk about her other sister. It's probably why her other sister, who's like 10 years older than her, though, now is traumatized. It's kind of funny, but then parents like to traumatize our own children. So we find the humor in that.
Okay, Cheri, stop talking at this point.
Sorry.
You're about to get yourself in trouble.
I am. Okay, here we go. Once I couldn't move when I woke up.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
You take that one, Cheri.
Me? Okay. I feel Palladian energy, but it's also it was a starship that had different. There was different galactics on it. It was more of a space station, and you've been taken for healings a couple times, and this was not. You've had some upgrades and healings of. They're not really saying, but just there was some damage done that they had to heal. And that you were also given some upgrades to prevent future damage from happening. But there's like 4 different galactics involved in with this, but it was more of a station. Like it's a big ship. They take multiple different types of people and species in there and work with, and they adjust accordingly. And that's what that was, what they did.
So Cheri, I'm wondering, like, why? Because not everybody gets those kind of healings from galactics. So is it because she's going to be working with galactics? She is working with galactics.
It's to prepare her for her work that she needs to do and her job that she needs to do. If they didn't fix what was wrong and upgrade it, she wouldn't have been able to do what she needed to do. And she's here to do certain things. And because of that, they needed to do that. And it's like you knew that going in that this was going to happen in your life. Like, so this was like predestined that this was going to happen too. There's a couple things that they tweaked, like unexpected tweaks. It's almost like, well, we're there, so we'll tweak it and fix stuff. But some of these things they knew they were going to have to do once you got here, because they really you couldn't be born that way. So it's like in a human. So after you were here, they had to repair and do certain things for you to be able to do what you're going to be doing in the future.
So like, do you have an affinity for any one planet or ET race?
I think the Greys were there too, but the helper.
Well, that's really, really important. So she must be doing something really important.
Pleiadians, right. And that's what it is for. Wow. Did you get anything else? If you want to. I mean, I don't know if you got anything else.
No, so I got this spaceship.
I don't know if it was the Athena or not. That's I know there's more out there, but that's the only big one I know the name of.
So I just know there's a lot more to this than just that.
There is.
So I think that's up for her to discover.
Yeah, they want her to contact them and figure it out. And some of this stuff isn't going to play out for years yet. And, and because the human body is such that it is, sometimes it takes time for them to tweak us, and they can only give us so much at a time. And they have to get us ready for things that might be years down the line.
How great is that, though? Like, you're so important that they're coming in and tweaking you whenever you need it.
You'll know if you learn to contact them, you will learn more by you contacting them than you will from going through someone else, they said.
Right. So if you can channel, I would channel them in writing and ask them questions. And if you can't channel, take Val's class in channeling, because then you'll be channeling for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you should be talking to them, actually.
Right. They will tell you more directly, and they will tell you when the time is right. If you keep an open line of communication with them, they said, we will, be more forthcoming.
That's really exciting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. Here's this one. I meditate from time to time, but the last time I did feel someone with me.
I guess that's my question. Okay. Hi, Danielle.
Yeah.
Welcome. Welcome. I'm getting that's angelic. That was the angelic energy. But so that's just me psychically answering that question. Let me ask your Akashic Records masters. Okay, so they're saying that this is on your life path, your soul path, and you're opening up, and by meditating, you're bringing in all those energies. But it's on your life path, so you're in the right. You're on the right. You're doing the right thing. But a lot more is coming, and it's really going to be wonderful. And they're really happy that you're asking that question. because now you're opening up the conversation between your Akashic Records masters and yourself, and you can speak to them every day. And we'll leave the records open to yourself and nobody else but yourself. And then every day, if you want to ask them a question, you can just write a question and just tune in and answer it. They'll answer it, and the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. But yeah, this is your life path, and they're really excited. I kind of see them jumping up and down. I love that. They get so excited. Your Akashic Records masters get so excited. They're very happy. They're all smiles, and they're kind of doing the high five, and oh, that's really wonderful. Wow. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's it.
Okay. Thank you. And let's see. Daniela says she sees numbers everywhere and every day. Yes, I see numbers a lot too. I go through phases.
Yeah, I see 1111 all the time, all the time.
Or if you see 1, 2, 3, 4.
All the time. Yeah, sometimes I see 1, 2, 3, 4, but I always see 1111, always, every day.
I was seeing that for a while. I always take 1, 2, 3, 4, meaning you're on the right path.
And sometimes you get, so I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4 lately, and sometimes I get 5, 5, 5, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
So they're really happy that you're asking that question and opening up, and just keep doing it. Just keep asking questions like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're there, and they wanted you to feel and make that connection. That was I can't explain it. They were they were making their presence known, wanting you to pick up on it to make the connection. And then it's kind of solidifies the connection a little bit, if that makes sense.
But still, there was angels that.
Right.
That was angelic energy.
They're yeah.
So they were both, I think they were both there, right, Cheri?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels like it.
Yeah.
But it was to get you to notice it, to make more of a connection.
Yeah.
And everything. So let's see. Wait, we already did that one. And I think I read Jen last time. Do you want to read her this time? I know you just read one, and then I'll take the next one, or do you want me to take another one? And
okay. So are we looking at any particular past life, Jen, or whatever's important to you to know now? I guess I'll do that one. Okay.
Okay.
So, I have to say what I get. I don't know whether I'm stuck on the ET thing or not, but in your past life, you were ET. You can come back and forth. You can go there and come back here. So you have strong past lives as galactics.
Yeah, and she's wanting to know if there was another life with her friend Cheri again.
Oh, with Cheri, okay. So I'm getting you've been together many times. It's almost like a partnership. So can I get specific? Okay, now I'm getting a court, with princess, a king and queen, and the people in the court. You guys were in the court together, and you were both women, and it was in France. It was in France. So, but you've had many lives together. And your your close soul family. So the word, twin flames came up, and I'm like, no, that's not. I don't really believe that's a real thing. But you can be close soul family, and you come back together time and time and time and time again. Sometimes playing different parts. Sometimes, playing sisters, or one's a mother, one's a daughter, or men. I get that you guys do this all the time and you really love it. It's almost like a game. It's almost like sliding down a slide, and you're like, okay, let's go do this lifetime. And you go sliding down the slide, and you're like giggling and laughing.
Yeah, that's how it felt last time. Like they planned all these adventures, like their incarnations together were adventures.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what I felt last time. Mm-hmm.
So you guys are doing this like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But you're also galactic.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Both of you.
So sure.
How fun is that?
That is fun.
So okay, I would like to know, like, when you met her in this lifetime, did you feel that immediate connection? Do you guys have, I mean, sometimes when you feel immediate connection, it can be hurtful because it makes you grow, but this is not the kind of relationship y'all have. Mm-hmm. Y'all just like slide down the slide and say, oh, let's go do this lifetime.
Yeah, she said, we do that in this life. Adventures are our thing.
Oh, wow. Oh, I love that.
And in France, she envisions mazes, which makes sense, because I think that was when they had the courts and all that stuff way back.
Yeah. Yes.
They clicked instantly.
They did. They sure did.
Yeah. That's how it felt.
Wow.
Okay, so let me make sure.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you telling her, Jenny? So I guess.
Oh, Jen and Cheri.
Yeah,
that Jen and Cheri, not us. So, it's kind of weird, though.
You're both in the chat, right? Is that right?
They're both in the chat.
Okay.
But isn't that weird, though, that they come back a lot like that? And
they do. They do.
And the names
see them like
are the same as ours.
On the slide, go, let's go do this like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's just it's just weird. That's weird. Okay, there was another question here. Now I lost it. Okay. Here we are. Can the Ascended Masters tell me what my first life was and when? Okay.
Oh, wow.
Do your Akashic Record Masters have a sense of humor? I see. They said long, long ago in a galaxy far, far away.
That's funny.
This is going to sound a little too weird, but I did hear like Nibiru. Are there people even on Nibiru? I don't know anything. And I know that is kind of connected to that, but like they're saying you had a life there, and I'm like 30,000 years ago. Feels like.
Cheri, I think that's right.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, I really do. You're on the right path. Yeah, you're on. Yeah, it's right. It is.
Yeah, and that was your. Wow.
So yeah, so your Akashic Records Masters, they go back to the beginning of your soul. Your soul didn't have to start on the earth.
Mm-hmm.
So you started on that planet.
Mm-hmm.
Does that resonate? Ask her.
Yeah, is that resonating with you?
Me.
because that I wasn't expecting to hear that, from that. And
so that's a planet, right?
Nibiru, I believe it's the planet in Star Trek, Star Wars, and I think it is an actual planet, correct?
It is
Nibiru?
An actual planet. I've heard that name twice in the past week, 5 days.
Yeah.
I've heard that name, and I've never heard it before.
And it was what they're saying, it was already galactic at the time.
Yeah.
They're saying it, So that was your first, let's see, where were you?
Yeah.
You were a man.
Well, a masculine energy.
A masculine energy, right? I believe it seems like you were a trader of some sort. Not a trader as in like you traded goods. Like a Han Solo type, where you traded goods and you sent stuff places, but without all the cool adventures. Although I guess you had some cool adventures, but you traded goods, you shipped goods, you took cargo from places to places. You were a trader of goods and services. And you were like this as far, you weren't bad, but you walked the gray area, let's say.
Walk the gray area.
So, but yeah, that was your the life that they're showing me, that your first.
Well, there has to be beings that walk the gray area, because if there weren't, we wouldn't have moonshine.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. It says most believers say Nibiru is a mysterious planet that orbits the sun, completing a new trip around the star. Well, I might as well do it. Earth every Planet X. Ah, that's what that is. But that's what I heard. Yeah.
I have heard that name like in the past week, and I never heard it before.
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah, that's what they're.
Was that in a class, Rossi?
Yeah. So. Okay. Let me see. So that was that one. Here you go. Here's one for you, Jenny, from Sonia.
Hi, Sonia. Thanks for being here.
Can the masters tell me if I'm working with the Council of Light right now?
I'm getting the Council of 9. Cheri, what do you have to say about that?
I was looking for other questions, and when you said, what I thought was, I'm like, no, it's probably, I'm thinking it could be one of the other councils, and
Well, first I was thinking the other councils, and then the Council of 9 came. The Council of 9, I'm not sure it's just 9 beings. I think the Council of 9 is a collective of beings. Cheri,
I'm on the Council of 9.
I know. That's why I keep asking you. They
supposedly. So they said. It is, yeah. It's a collective of.
It's a collective of beings.
It's a collective.
It's not just 9 beings.
Each collective of like the Council of 13, the Council of 9, the Council of Light, all have they all work together but separate. right? And they all have certain things that they do within their prospective councils that they concentrate more on, a little bit more on than say others. And then, but they all work as a collective and then as separate. And I know that, like some work more with communications, some work with energy. And I know I work with energy transmissions with the Council of Nine. So
Sonia, the first thing I got was look into other councils. And then I heard the Council of Nine. But it really doesn't matter. You're on a council. You're on a galactic council, which is a collective of beings. So no matter what it's called, you're still working for the light. You're still working with the light. You're still helping the light.
Yeah, and it feels like you might be like in training or in the wings, maybe a little bit
more than one, maybe.
Right. I think there's more than one that you work with.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm kind of thinking that now too.
You work with more. You work with more, not just that. You work with a few.
You know, and that's completely possible. There's no reason why you have to be on one council.
Right.
So I'm getting the number 3. What about you, Cheri? 3 councils.
Now, you work with different councils at different times, and you do a different things. So it's almost like, I don't want to say if you have, like, say nothing for you to do over here, then they utilize you over here, or you work over here. So it's like and it might almost be like you might not be like, I don't want to say freelancer or contributing member, or like, you help pull like things together, I think, between councils too, if that makes sense. You work with councils within the prospective council, but you help coordinate with other councils.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That feels right.
That's what it is. You coordinate councils' activities. So that's why it feels like many councils, because you're working to make things run smooth, to make things flow, to coordinate. That's what you do. You coordinate like between the councils, and you're like a go-between, and you do that. You're multitasking, and you're doing that kind of thing. Tell me if that feels right, Sonia. And also, if you contact them and want to know that, and you have specific questions, I ask questions, and then I made sure I gave them the opportunity to answer. And when they think they can come in and channel through you and give you your answers, they will. So give them the space to come in and answer your questions.
Right. Yeah. So like ask the questions, and then do something that you like to do. Like if you like to take a walk in a park, go take a walk in a park, and don't think about it.
Right.
Don't think about it. And then it'll just come in, or whatever you like to do. Go to a dog park, go to an ocean, go to a lake, wherever is close to you, easy for you to do. And you think about something else, but you're relaxed and happy, and then it'll come in. Right. Sure.
Right. Yeah. Because that's what I did. I had questions, and then they channel, and I knew it was a channeling because you feel different when they're channeling you. When they're sending you a direct message, I can't totally describe it, but you know it because it feels different. And I gave them the space, and they did it when I was painting. And this person, Lori said, to be candid, the council you refer to is infinite in numbers. It goes far and well beyond the numbers you refer to, that you are so limited to this info speaks to your inability to read. I can read. Are you referring that we cannot read? Am I,
That's funny.
The universe goes beyond your constrictive boundaries.
Well, we all know that.
We all know that. And if you want to talk like that, you can just take your little hiney right back out of here. How's that?
We all know that.
We all know this.
We know
you think
that
we're
the
not
universe is beyond our understanding, and we do
if
the
you
best
want to feel that it doesn't exist, have at it. Yep.
Next.
Yeah. Okie dokie. They are gone.
That is so, wow.
I just had to put that up there.
So,
does that mean we've gotten a little higher since we got a troll?
To me, that seems like an oxymoron.
Yeah.
So the council you referred to is infinite in numbers. Well, we know that.
Yeah, you can put a question up, Harley. And thanks for asking before. Yeah, we know that. Of course, one could ask, if you're so certain they're not, how do you know any more than we know what we know?
Yeah, well,
what direct line do you have that we don't
know
have?
Everything. We don't know. We know that. We know that. So what's the question?
No, you can put a question up there. The questions aren't closed unless I missed some, I think. Let's see, Linda.
Is there friendly
now that you've determined beyond a reasonable doubt that those two ladies are frauds?
Oh, that's so funny. Wow. I feel honored that
I know, I do too.
Troll. I really do. I'm honored.
And I just watched a basement dweller video earlier.
Well,
here's one. Questions are still being asked. Can you please tell me if there was a the eyeball man?
Can you describe the eyeball man?
Right, yeah.
I'm just curious.
Does he just have like one eye, or is he?
So that's not an Akashic Records question, but it's a very interesting question.
Uh-huh.
So my college roommate, she used to have dreams when she was younger of this. She called this woman the tickle lady, and the woman was like dressed in white, and she freaked out the whole time my roommate was growing up. She freaked her out. But now I just recently found out that my college roommate's mother was psychic, and the psychic mother told my roommate that she was, and my roommate's like, I'm just too, I'm just too. I can't think about that. She's really smart. And I don't know that. Okay. What's the word? I'm too cerebral for that. So I think that the tickle lady was trying to open up my roommate's abilities when she was growing up. So that's just a little story.
That could be.
Oh man.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to. So I was trying to go on here, and because I don't.
Ask Harley if she can talk about the eyeball man a little bit more.
Yeah, she said, give me a second, I'll describe him.
Okay.
I was just making. Linda, do you want to be a mod?
Is it Viviani?
Well, at least a temporary. There you go. There, I added a troll slayer. If anybody else wants to be a troll slayer, let me know.
I think that's hilarious.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. There we go. Let's see. Here we go. Do you know what galactic I'm a part of, and if that's with the abductions?
Okay, I'm going back to Harley or not?
Oh. Yeah, she said she'd get back to us in a sec.
Okay.
No worries, Viviani.
Okay, so I'm getting Palladian. But, you know, since the beginning of our souls, we've been everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to pinpoint it down.
That could just be your most recent. It feels like that could be a concurrent even life right now. There's a lot of concurrent Palladians right now. And you could have gone from like started out one place, then went to someplace else, then, you know, ended up, and now you're you know, a Palladian starseed. And some people who are really old, ancient energies and have done that. And it takes a lot of time to really figure out where they originated from. Sometimes if they've been through a lot of incarnations or if they've been certain places, some are easier depending on things, and some are more difficult to find the roots of depending on how long you've incarnated, where you've incarnated.
So I think Cheri's right. You have a concurrent life as a Palladian.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I'm saying that is because when I feel like crying, that's like shivers for other people. Like I feel like crying. That's right. So we can have different lives. So Linda and I were talking about this last night. We were talking about multidimensional. And I was saying, well, different lives. I was thinking about it from sideways, not from third to fourth to fifth to sixth to seventh to 16th dimension, sideways. I don't know how to explain that. But I never even articulated that before, except for last night to Linda. I guess concurrent lives are sideways. Or
like, it depends on however you can picture it in your mind, or like a layer cake, either like a layer cake or sideways, all at the, you know, like Einstein's theory, past, present, and future all coexist at the same time type theory. You know, or fractals of your soul are coming down, and you have different, there's so many ways that you can.
And it's all circular and everything's happening at the same time.
I think it's almost however you can make sense of it in your head is the best way to do it. I just picture it as I just have these other beings that are on a different plane right now as me, and they're just that. And I also see it as all of our lives, like you could have a life in the future, then a life in the past, and it's all where you're, and if we're all at the same time, could it be just a matter of where your oversoul is putting that focus? Okay, what lesson do you need to go to next? And that doesn't almost, is it the past or the future sometimes, or where it's your life now? So you can think of it that way. You can think of it, you know, as a, you know, your parent is your oversoul and you're all siblings and you're all just running around the world or universe, or however you need to I don't know how else to.
So I think that she has a Palladian life currently.
Concurrent, right?
A human life and a Palladian life currently.
And I think another human life. I think she has about 3 lives, at least 2 or 3 human lives and a Palladian life right now.
I know, it's enough to just blow your mind up.
It is. And they're all, it can, like I said, it'll make sense. And then all of a sudden it'll click in and you're like, oh, that makes more sense. And then you have 1,000 more questions.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah. So, but that's, I just look at it as your oversoul's here. So I see myself as this person up there. And then I just see fractals of them coming down, and we're all intricate pieces, like on a chessboard. And we're getting moved around at the same time. That's how I see it. Okay. He's super tall, human body, but his skin is like white, like the white part of an eyeball. A tall white?
sounds like a tall white.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what was say Palladian?
He's
Or
a guide. He's one of our guides. Communicating with you.
wow.
Sorry, my dog. Can you guys hear him?
Just pick him up.
Ooh. So, let's see. It's a guide, and they're communicating with you. And they are higher vibrational, so that's when they can communicate you when you're sleeping. Do you write down your dreams? And if you want to communicate with them, you can through your dreams and also raise your vibration. But I think it's a guide, or it was a guide.
Well, I think it's a current guide.
Yeah. So try lucid dreaming, try programming yourself before you go to sleep to remember your dreams. Ask for signs, raise, they could be contacting you in your dreams because that is the only place that you're, because certain alien guides are so high vibrational. When we're conscious, we're not high enough to contact them. They can only do it during our sleep. So that's the only time they have to connect with us. Or you're not giving them the space when you're awake. And that's the only time they can contact you is when you're sleeping. So you have to try and make the space for them to contact you and to communicate with you. So, okay, now sit. So I would try that and keep a dream journal of it, and meditate and see if you can communicate with him. And when my dog's not licking my face, I probably could think better.
So when you wake up and after a dream, either talking to your phone to record it.
Yeah. You could do that. Keep a pen. We all have galactic guides. I have I have a new one that came in that I'm not high enough yet to communicate with them on a conscious level. So his name's Hubert.
I don't know, Rossi. We all know what grays look like. It doesn't sound like a gray to me.
Mm-mm. More of a tall white or a naked man, but if you don't see his front, you can imagine the white part. Let's see. Huh. Let's see.
Oh, veins. Oh, veins.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But yeah, I would meditate on it actually. And see, but I think it's your guide.
He's definitely a guide, but you could also ask Skywalking with Moon.
Yeah.
She has a show. Ask her
Saturdays.
What kind of ET that is.
Yeah.
Because I've never heard of one that's so white you can see the veins through and all on his body.
I have, but I can't recall.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I would definitely go and ask. She's on noon, I know, on Saturdays. I know she's moving right now, so I think her. Sorry.
She was on Saturday. So she's still
she's
doing it, and she's almost home.
Okay. So it's 7:00. Are we done for the night, or?
Yes, so yeah.
Today's been a weird night. I'm sorry if it's been off tonight, but he startled me at first, but I held back from being scared. I felt like he was trying to say something. It probably was, but you could have gotten afraid. And so that's why he held back and probably calmed you down. And the fact that you did get calm was probably, that's a good sign. And they do kind of test the waters with something first before they give lots of times a full on meeting with them. They'll kind of test you and see how you react first to see if you freak out or not. That's how it worked out with me. The first time I met an Nocturian, I got kind of tested first to see how I'd see being the ship. And then once I was okay with seeing the ship, then I saw them. I thought it was awesome.
So yeah, I mean that sounds like a really wonderful connection.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
once you like talk to all of us about it and feel a little bit normalized about it, which is you're not crazy, it's not crazy.
Yeah.
And then when you're ready, then you can say telepathically, okay, I'm ready to talk again. And then the next time it happens, then just listen. Because if you felt like he was going to talk to you telepathically, he will.
Mm-hmm. He will. Mm-hmm. Right. And yeah, Dr. Gale is the go-to person for the Galactics.
Yeah, to find out like
right. She can get far more information because she's got like a main line right into the Galactics there.
Now I'm just really curious. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna send her an email like, what kind of, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just really interested to what is that?
Yeah, and she has a lot.
No, Rossi, Linda, anybody in the chat?
She has a lot more knowledge of the ETs than we do. So, yeah, ask him what he wants to be called.
I can imagine
definitely
being scared.
Hook up with Dr. Gale. Subscribe to her channel if you're not already.
Yeah.
She's the one that I think is the best source, one of the best sources for that. Okay. Alrighty, so I guess we're done for the night. It's 7. So we didn't really, I don't know how much. Are we going to do a healing prayer tonight or
is there a healing that needs to be done? I don't think so.
I don't think so. You can just close, I guess, for the night.
I don't think there's any healings that need to be done. No. Okay. We would like to close by thanking the light for the truth. We would like to close by thanking the light for the healing energy. And we would like to close by thanking the light for the guidance and compassion towards our soul's purpose. And with this, we'd like the record of everyone in the chat and everyone watching later to everyone else but themselves. The records are now closed.
Thank you all for being here. And I know it was kind of a weird night tonight. I don't know about
appreciate it.
Yeah, so if there's any other days you want to see us on, because we're going to change our day from the weekends to a weekday. So let us know days and times that you would like to see us. And so I don't know when we're going to change it. If we keep next week, that'll be our last Sunday. If we don't change it before then, I would say, correct?
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, thanks everybody, and everyone.
Bye, have a good week. Thanks for being here.
All right, bye everyone.
Rossi and Viviani and Linda, everybody.
Yeah.
And Cheri and Jen.